Hello everyone and welcome to Crypto Chris YouTube channel. The driving force between recent volatility is again no one other but Donald Trump. His recent tariff relief announcements sent shockwaves through global markets, but what does that mean for the both economy and the crypto space? Stick with me as we break down the situation, its impact on Bitcoin and why it's so important for crypto investors. Let's start with what actually triggered this market move. Unsurprisingly, it was Donald Trump making headlines again, and this time by announcing a tariff relief policy. Here's the thing. There is now a 90-day pause on all previous reciprocal tariffs. In their place, the US is introducing a flat 10% tariffs on imports from all countries except China. China gets the VIP treatment with a staggering 125% tariff on all goods entering the US, and in response, China fired back with its own set of counter-tariffs on US products. But that's not the whole picture. Canada and Mexico are still facing a 25% tariffs, not because of a trade reciprocity, but due to issues like the fentanyl crisis and illegal immigrations and possibly other reasons wrapped in political fog. So to summarize, most countries get 10%, Canada and Mexico get 25%, and China gets hit with a brutal 125%, all for the next 90 days. During this window, we are likely to see more volatility. The situation is fluid, negotiations are unpredictable, and Trump isn't exactly known for sticking to the script. Before diving into the actual implications of these tariffs, there are a few points to touch on. Let's unpack those next. First off, it's important to point out that Donald Trump hinted at this tariff relief 3 hours before the official announcement. In typical Trump fashion, he tweeted something along the lines of "great time to buy," essentially signaling for his followers, "I'm about to pump the market, you might wanna hop on." If that doesn't scream market manipulation, I don't know what does. But here is where it gets even more interesting. Looking at the analytics and trading behavior leading up to the announcement, there is a strong case for insider trading. I won't bore you with every detail, but the pattern is clear. Someone knew what was coming, and someone with access. The buying behavior was too precise, too confident, and honestly it adds up. Trump likely wanted to reward those closest to him, especially those championing the pro-tariff agenda, so it's not hard to imagine his inner circle scooping up stocks at rock-bottom prices, fully aware that the news would send them flying. Now, onto another eyebrow raiser, Trump stated that a 10% blanket tariff applies only to countries that didn't retaliate against the US. And the problem is, that's not even true. The EU, for example, European Union, responded almost immediately with their own counter tariffs, 10%, some even 25% on US goods, on the very same day. So once again, Trump appears to be bending the truth or just outright fabricating it. If you were sitting in Beijing, somewhere in China, watching all this unfold, you might interpret it as a provocation. Framing China as the sole aggressor while ignoring the broader global context is a move that could backfire diplomatically. Before we continue with the video, I want to share a new opportunity from Binance that could be a game changer for anyone holding BNB or interested in the future blockchain technology. Binance introduced Babylon Baby in latest project available on their hodler Airdrop program, offering you a chance to earn free baby tokens through simple BNB subscription. Baby is an innovative project focused on enabling self-custodial BTC stakers directly on the Bitcoin network. This adds enhanced security to proof-of-stake blockchains, making it a very exciting project for the future of decentralized finance. It also features unique tokenomics designed for long-term growth and sustainability. Babylon has a total initial supply of 10 billion baby tokens with 51% allocation to community incentives, ecosystem building, and research and development. The team and investors hold 49% with strict 4-year unlocking schedule to show their long-term commitment to the project. By simply subscribing to BNB Earn and on-chain yields, you can automatically qualify for this airdrop, which is a retroactive reward system based on your historical BNB balances. The process is easy. Binance takes random snapshots from your BNB holdings, and if you were subscribed during the eligible period, you will receive your baby token rewards in your spot accounts. No claims needed, the tokens are automatically sent to your account. The airdrop for Phase 1 includes a substantial 30 million babies, and distribution happens without any need for action from your side. All eligible Phase 1 BTC stakes will receive the airdrop, including overflow stakes. This ensures fairness and transparency in the process, And if you have missed the registration, don't worry, there is a second chance for everyone to qualify for these airdrops. The team's tokens have a 4-year unlocking period, ensuring their interests are aligned with long-term project success. If you haven't signed up for Binance already, you can use the link in the description of my videos to get a 10% discount for your trading fees. Now let's take a moment to talk about the actual effect on these tariffs. Have the fundamentals changed? In my opinion, not really. These tariffs are still inflationary, and guess whose foot's on the bill? American consumers and businesses. When we look at countries like Canada, Mexico, and China, who together represent roughly 50% of US imports, tariffs are still high. All other countries are also subject to a 10% tariff, so nothing's really different on that front. And here is a simple example of how this works. Imagine a company imports a phone from China. Pre-tariff, the phone costs $100 in China, but with a 125% tariff slapped on, the price balloons to $225 once it hits in the US shore. The retailer now needs to sell that phone, let's say for $275, just to maintain the same profit margin of $50. So that's almost double the price. Now if retailer wants to keep a 50% profit margin, because why not, the price skyrockets even more. And if the product is assembled in the US with Chinese components, you can expect price hikes all around. So while this relief rally may seem nice in the short term, the fundamentals tell a different story. These tariffs are unprecedented, and ultimately they hurt both businesses and consumers in the US. They increase costs, erode profits, and decrease purchasing power. From a broader economic perspective, less economic activity equals a higher likelihood of a recession. So despite the rally, I don't see a rosy outlook here. It's like putting a band-aid on a broken leg and calling it a recovery. Now let's shift the gears and talk about Bitcoin, because there is some actual good news here. First off, VanEck, an ETF company, confirmed that China and Russia are officially settling some energy trades in Bitcoin thanks to the ongoing trade wars. So yes, you heard that right, these two economic heavyweights are now using Bitcoin to settle energy transactions alongside other digital assets. They're saying Bitcoin is one of those assets involved, so this is significant because it further cements Bitcoin's role as a global asset in trade, something that's gained real traction. And it doesn't stop there. The French energy utility, EDF, is reportedly exploring the idea of mining Bitcoin with surplus electricity that's currently being exported to Germany. So this is another example of Bitcoin embedding itself deeper into the global financial system. It's no longer just a speculative asset, it's becoming a tool for international trade and utility management. So yeah, despite all of this chaos with tariffs, Bitcoin seems to be solidifying its place as a major global asset that people actually want to use. Also, Pakistan has appointed CZ, former CEO of Binance, as an advisor to its newly established crypto council. The council, formed in March, is focused on advancing blockchain technology and digital asset adoption in the country. This move is seen as a major step towards building a clear regulatory framework for crypto, with CZ advising on regulations, infrastructure, and adoption. This appointment is a significant one, as CZ's expertise could help attract foreign investments in Pakistan's emerging crypto sector. With a growing Web3 native workforce and the country's strategic position, this could be a game changer for the region's crypto market. Pakistan has already shown promise in crypto adoption, ranking highly in Chainalysis and 2024 Crypto Adoption Index, and with rising stablecoin usage, it's clear that the country sees the value of digital assets. The use of stablecoins, especially the hedge against the depreciating rup and the growing remittance market, further reinforce crypto's potential in Pakistan. This development is a positive sign for Pakistan's future in the crypto space, as it looks like to capitalize on global trends and regulatory clarity to strengthen its position. In the short term, ETFs have been experiencing significant outflows, contributing to sell pressure in the market. On April 3rd, we saw 100 million in outflows, followed by 65 million and 110 million and 326 million in subsequent days. Just yesterday, there was a $127 million outflow. So this continuous outflows from ETFs highlight ongoing pressure in the market, adding the volatility investors are facing. We examine on-chain data and sentiment from sentiment.net, we can see an interesting trend. At the market lows, some individuals have been taking Bitcoin off exchanges, indicating that they prefer holding rather than selling at these low prices. This behavior suggests a confidence that the market will recover, with those willing to sell at loss being met by buyers eager to accumulate at discounted prices. This shift signals a potential buildup of support at lower levels. As we can see, Fear and Greed Index is right now at the number 39, which signals fear, but it's a big improvement from yesterday, almost by 20 points, even more than 20 points, and yesterday we were in extreme fear, so today it's a little bit more optimistic. We have seen how ongoing tariff drama is affecting the market, but at the same time, Bitcoin continues to cement its place as a global asset. If you like this content, hit a like and subscribe to the channel in order not to miss on future videos about the crypto space. Also, I would like to hear your comments about Trump's recent news and how do you think it would affect a global economy. Until the next time, keep hodling and I'll see you in the next video.